Now, determining and utilizing your character strengths has the potential not only improve health and well-being, but also can be used to enhance job performance and improve academic success. To dig in deeper on that context, let us now hear from our next guest speaker, the head of the Office of the Career and Job Placement Services, Ms. Mary Ann G. Cobico. Ma'am?
Good morning. Huh? Okay, good morning, everyone. So the topic that I would like to share with you this morning is about character strengths and virtues, the way to go. So this topic focuses on what is right, about people, the goodness in human beings, the strength of character that make the good life possible. So from the perspective of positive psychology, psychologists are interested in promoting human potential because they believe that character strengths are the fundamental of human condition that led us to the psychological good life of happiness and success. According to Baumrind, 1998, good character is important in the daily lives of individuals and families, in the workplace, in school, and in the larger community. Good character is what citizens look for in their leaders, especially hapit na ang eleksyon, what we seek in our spouse, perhaps, or what friends and colleagues look for in each other. And parents also wish and try to encourage children to have this character strength. Sometimes our parents are in the mercy of talks of others when we do something that is not good, may nanday nga kakinsa na anak. Okay? So as we journey in this life, a lot of our thinking patterns, choices, situations, and directions we take are guided by our character strengths and affecting our lives. So whether we realize it or not. So the following reasons why these strengths matter are backed up with studies or research. Okay? So here are the reasons why the strengths matter. Okay, number one, people are happier and experience less stress. Okay, so it was shown in the studies that people who use character strengths or identify or have knowledge with their character strengths, are less depressed. Okay, they lower the levels of their depression. They have good mental health, and especially for the character strength, kindness, social intelligence, and self-regulation, it lessens the trauma and stress for those people. Okay, so later, try to identify your top 5 strengths. So as we go along with this character strengths, so what are your character strengths? And did you use it, or have you benefited from it? Or what do you think na nakatabang ni siya nimo, no? And then another reason is people feel healthier and have more energy. Okay, because people will like to do the things that they love. Okay, so for example, in the picture, because they like to have a good physical health, so they try to do what they love to do. Okay, and then people feel more satisfied in life and are confident. So individuals who are satisfied with life are good problem solvers. Now, if we have knowledge and we use our strengths, we portray better performance. Okay, in school and later on when you work. So strengths such as self-efficacy, self-esteem, self-acceptance, and self-confidence will be strengthened. So what do you mean by self-efficacy? So pag sinabing self-efficacy, this is your belief, belief of your capacity. Okay, so if you have doubts with your capacity, if you have doubts that you cannot do it, then you have low self-efficacy. Self-esteem is the overall sense of worth, no? Imong value. Now, if gamay ang imong tan-aw nimo sa imong kagalingon, then you have low self-esteem. Of course, self-acceptance and self-confidence. Self-confidence is the trust, no, that you give to yourself, your capabilities, your skills, no, something like that. Okay. And people also with having character strengths experience faster growth and development. Why? Because they're monitoring themselves. So are we like they have their reflection? Are we doing good or not? Okay. Am I learning? So with that, they experience growth and development. People are also creative and agile at work. So as mentioned earlier, attitude is important at work, not only the skills. So people with a lot of character strengths, adapt better to change, engage in more creative and proactive behaviors, keen to details, and work harder and smarter. So kaning mga traits mauso ni nga gipangita sa mga employers, can easily adapt. So if, for example, right now there are a lot of changes, so if you're the person willing to adapt to change, then you're good to go. So some people maglisod og adapt sa change, like sa technology. We are adapting this virtual kind of work, so you should also adapt so that you will prosper, you will succeed, magdugay ka sa work, okay? And then people are more satisfied and engaged at work. So employees who regularly use their strengths at work every day are up to 6 times more engaged in what they're doing. So if you have this character strength, if you trained yourself, that you're regularly using your character strength, later on when you work, or even karon that you are a student, you will be more focused, you will be more engaged in your activities or in your studies perhaps, and you will be bringing that to your work. So on so many mga engaged employees, they are more favored sa mga employers, because syempre nagtan-aw pud ang employers sa ROI, sa return of investments. So syempre kinsa may, for example, for example right now na ay mga company nga nag-close or they have to eliminate some employees. So kinsa may retain, So those employees perhaps na engaged that are performing better. All right. Then, so how do strengths work? The strengths become hardwired once practiced over time, because we cannot blame ourselves. We are hardwired of the negative. We cannot blame ourselves because it is we inherit that from our ancestors, Kay according to Jung's theory, human beings share this collective unconscious of life and death instincts, because sa una God for survival ra gyud ang gihunaw na sa atong mga ancestor. So we inherit that negative instincts, okay? Survival. We have that fear. So murag maka-understand ta nga sometimes natay mga doubts of ourselves, okay? So if we try to practice our character strength over time, it will become hardwired, because our brain has this neuroplasticity, wherein later on mawala tong negative and mapulihan siya og kanang strengths, making us enjoy, engage, and energize of what is being hardwired. Okay? Kung unsa tong ato gitry to develop. Okay? Then strengths are things you look forward to doing. It's like kung naanad ng atong brain, it's like murag siya substances, no, nga it's addicting already because it provides you happiness, so you tend to do it always na. You feel absorbed while doing it, you feel invigorated, and fulfilled after doing them. So being strength focused doesn't mean ignoring weaknesses. So you can train your brain. Like for example, you're trying to reflect what are my weaknesses and I would like to improve this to become strength. So you can do that. Okay, as I have said, our brain has the capacity not to hardwire to make another software, if we term it from the computers, no? To make another app, for example, sa atong brain na mauna ni ato i-focus. Okay? So as you reflect, there are weaknesses nga naa ka, and then, like for example, you don't like studying, no? Kapulan ka mag-study, but you have to. So usay mapugos ka, but if you try to develop this weakness into strength, you can do that just by training your brain. And so what are these character strengths? So here are the types of the character strengths, but we will focus only, here are the types of the strengths, but we will focus only on the character strengths. So character strengths are your positive identity, who you are at your core. Okay, we all have this character strength. It's just that maybe you cannot recognize it, or maybe you are not practicing it, but psychology believe that humans have goodness. Okay, so naataan, just like talents, interest, and resources. Now, as we go along, as I have mentioned earlier, so as we go along with the strengths or virtues, so we have 6 virtues, and under which are the character strengths. So unsa na mga virtue, those are standards, no? Okay, and under these virtues are the strengths or the psychological ingredients. Okay. So first is the wisdom. Unsa ang wisdom? So ang wisdom is our cognitive strength that led us to not only to acquire knowledge, but we have to use it in a creative and useful ways. Okay. So under that is creativity, curiosity, open-mindedness, love of learning, and perspective. So I would like to define them one by one and try to analyze on how you can use those strengths, okay, not only to yourselves but to others. Okay, creativity, thinking of new ways to do the things. Curiosity, taking an interest in a wide variety of topics. Open-mindedness, examining things from all sides, thinking things through. Love of learning, mastering new topics, skills, and bodies of research. Perspective, being able to provide wise counsel to others, looking at the world in a way that makes sense. If, for example, creativity. We have benefited creativity, no, from other people. Right now, because of creativity, we have this technology. What else? So a lot of creation actually comes from the creative minds of people. So ikaw, unsa may imong ma-contribute, no? If you have this creativity, how would you apply this to yourself and to others? Okay. Virtue of courage. Okay. Courage is emotional strength that allow people to accomplish goals despite any opposition they face, whether internal or external. Opposition, mga threats, no? Sometimes we have this dream that we want to pursue, but we lack this courage. Okay, so if you have this virtue of courage, no, you take responsibility, accountability, okay, whatever that consequence may be, no. So you have to have this bravery, persistence, honesty, and vitality in order for you to achieve that thing. Okay, bravery is defined as the embracing challenges, difficulties, or pain, not shrinking from threat. If you want to achieve something, okay, using bravery as your character strength, so you will not mind mga difficulties. Instead, you will use those difficulties as your inspiration. Okay, for example, a lot of the students no mention na walay signal, walay load, okay, a lack of finances, okay. You have the persistence, the bravery, okay, you can actually overcome those. And then persistence, finishing things once they are started. So, na-mention a lot, no, kanina sa mga speakers, na dili mag-procrastinate. Honesty, speaking the truth, being authentic and genuine. And zest or vitality is approaching all things in life with energy and excitement. So how are you going to use this strength in your daily life? For example, in honesty. Okay. In your studies, how would you apply honesty? Okay. So are you that person na kanang, yeah, mangopya na lang ba? Nga na. Or when you, for example, if you graduate and, well, you got work, so if you lack this kind of honesty, then maybe, no? So this is the start of mga, like, corruption or dishonesty in the work. Like, for example, sa time na lang, sa pag-timing, for example, no? Yan. So how are you going to apply this? And then humanity. Next is the virtue of humanity. So under humanity is love, kindness, social intelligence. So humanity is the strength, interpersonal strength that involves caring for and befriending others. So in this kind of virtue, it is always looking for the goodness of other people. So that's why we are taught to be kind, because we do not know the struggles of other people. So kindness is defined as doing favors and good deeds. So if you have this trait or strength, no, people, a lot of people will like you, and you feel also good about yourself, no, being able to help others, being able to let others smile because of your kindness. And then love, valuing close relationships with others. Okay, and social intelligence, being aware of other people's motives and feelings. So not easily judging, no, other people's. So knowing where to talk or listen or what to say or what not to do. Okay, so there are times when need lang of timing bitaw. Like, for example, if we try to make the person laugh, but wala sa timing, no? So it is really important that we have to know kano sa to pwede mag-tell sa atong, like, for example, atong feelings sa uban, okay, atong joke sa uban, no? So that is social intelligence. Virtue of justice. So naamo yung section karon di ba nga justice, nakita na ako ganina. So justice is a civic strength that underscores the importance of a healthy community. So under which is the teamwork, fairness, and leadership. So teamwork is working well with others as a group or a team. When you are working already, one of the attitude or the skills that the employer is looking for is teamwork, the ability to work with other people. Kay Kaya kung dili, no? So, dili, like, ang goals or objectives sa workplace will not be realized kung nag-iyahay, di ba? Even sa inyong siguro mga group works, no? So, importante ang teamwork. So, it is a strength. Fairness is treating all people the same. So, walay discrimination, no? So, walay treating that special treatment sa usa because kuan siya rich, for example, or guapa, for example, no? So, fairness. Leadership. Organizing group activities and making sure they happen. So, that is leadership. So, dili lang siya puro planning, but also implementing what is planned, what has been planned. Okay. The virtue of temperance. It is the strength that protects against the excesses in life. So what are these excesses in life? Things that are not necessary or important. Things nga pwede na siya i-categorize nga to sa needs or wants. Asa man ana? So wants lang, di ba? So example of excesses, your excess time in cyber games, perhaps, or mga vices. Okay? So those are excesses. So the virtue of temperance. So under the virtue of temperance are forgiveness and mercy. Now, I know that forgiveness is not easy, no? Forgiveness is forgiving others who have wronged you or have wronged them. So, as for me, gi-practice ni nako nga character strength ang forgiveness, and it is liberating, no? Because forgiving others is kanang dili man ma-benefit ang laing tao, but you yourself, because you will have the peace of mind. Okay? You can sleep well at night kay have forgive them and wala na kay gihuna-huna pa, no, nga something bad about the person. Okay? Humility and modesty. Letting one's successes and accomplishments stand on their own. So mo nang giingon nga dili mo abot sa ulo, no, ang like for example you have achieved a lot, so dili mo abot sa ulo ang imong mga achievements, like unsa na may gibuhat, like maybe you are treating people na ubos ra nimo, for example. Okay, so prudence is avoiding doing things they might regret, making good choices. So a lot of us sometimes, especially kung we are still young and we haven't matured, no, we sometimes tend to make some decisions na wala na to huna-huna ug maayo. So prudence is the strength that allow us, no, to make good choices. When you have this prudence, you have to think of the pros, no, cons, what are the consequences if you're doing this or that. Self-regulation and self-control. Being disciplined, controlling one's appetite and emotion. So, same with the prudence, no, nga. We have to think first, no, what are those consequences? If we burst our emotion right then and there, what will happen, no? If we allow ourselves nga to, for example, procrastinate, if we allow ourselves nga unahon sa ang pleasure o sa ang kanang sacrifices perhaps or discipline, okay, what will happen? Okay. And then virtue of transcendence, appreciation of beauty, gratitude, hope, humor, and playfulness, spirituality, and sense of purpose. So transcendence is about is a character strength that fall under people with transcendence tend to forge connections, no, with God, the universe, or spirituality or religion that provide them meaning, purpose, and understanding. So a while ago, no, our speaker, I think two of them, Ma'am May and Ma'am Sir Juni, also mentioned about spirituality, no? Si Mamay mentioned ganiha nga she is not only relying with her capabilities, no, but also relying her strength, no, her destiny, her faith to God, no nga she trusts the above, no, for her career or future. So this is the virtue of transcendence. Then under this is the appreciation of beauty. Appreciation of beauty is noticing and appreciating beauty and excellence in everything. Like appreciating the nature. So if you have this character strength, you will not destroy, no? You will love the nature. So sa may buhaton ko, if you have this character strength, siguro maglimpyo ka, siguro you try to help, no, organizations that also serve the purpose, no, of appreciating the beauty. Like for example, manguha og basura sa beaches, for example, or planting trees, or going to like the mga parks siguro, and then appreciate the beauty of the mountains perhaps. So beauty. When you have this, you try to care for the nature, for the beauty that that the world is provided us. Gratitude. Being thankful for the good things, taking time to express thanks. There are a lot of studies that prove that gratitude, no, can lessen, no, or lower the levels of depression, no. Try to look the things around you. What are the things that you are thankful for or grateful for? So sa counseling, I use this this strategy, no, to help them cope, to help them be happy. No, kay tan-aw may laon sa may mga butang nga naa sa paligid nila nga na wala lang nila na kanang na appreciate, or wala lang nila nakita ang importansya. Okay? So they are happy to report nga if nga nagkaroon sila ng journal about their kanang mga things that they're grateful for. So they're happy to report nga na okay daw sila, no? Because wala na nila gitan-aw ang unsa man ang kanang situations na nakapaguol nila. Okay, because they're trying to look for the other side, no, the positive side of being grateful. And then hope, expecting the best, working to make it happen, believing good things are possible. So dili magud na to ma-deny, no, nga we experience some unpleasant emotions, but unpleasant emotion can be also be paired by positive ones. No, pwede sad ta mo hope. No, if we experience bad things in our life, we can also at the same time hope. Okay. Then humor and playfulness. Making other people smile or laugh, enjoying jokes. So dili man tanan gifted and humor and playfulness. But siguro if na ay mga simple things na nga murag kuan man siya, makakatawanan man siya, no? So why not, no? So why not appreciate, no? Appreciate the simple nga mga, for example, jokes, or simple nga sa many actuations other people nga they're trying to provide you, or ikaw mismo learn to be humorous tuloy. Learn to be happy or playful, no? Learn to become like simple ragod nga as a joker, for example. And then religiousness or spirituality and sense of purpose. Having a solid belief about a higher purpose and meaning of life. So sometimes have you questioned yourself nga, unsa man ang akong purpose ako life? Along with making your dreams or planning your future, no? So do you also think of your meaning, the existence? Unsa man ang ako purpose ani nga life, and what will I do? Okay? Now, so how do I know my character strength? Now, if you're having a difficulty of identifying your strength, because usahay magod lisod kaayo no nga mag-identify sa ato strength, especially if naanad ta nga wala man koy kuan, wala man koy maayo sa akong kagalingon, no? Or usahay di kita believe sa atong self. Okay, so how do I know my character strength? So I would like you to log on so via BIA character strength. So this is the link. So this will take you to a survey. So here, take the free survey. So mo click ka ana pa-sign in pahimuon sa ka og kanang account. So simple raman sad siya. Okay? Then after that, so mao ni ang gawas. So register to take a VIA survey. So it is free. And after that, mugawas, so take the via adult survey, BIA adult survey, not the youth. Kaya you are already 18 months siguro tanan. And kung below 18, kay it will mag-need pa siya o guardian. Okay? So mas okay na siguro nga ngari ka sa adult survey. So tagaan kag report about your character strength, your top 5 strengths, and diha ni mo masabtan kung unsa gyud ay ka. Okay, so this is also the first step in knowing who you are, and after that, plan to kung unsa magay ako brand or personal brand. Am I going to pursue this kind of kanang strength, or what are other strengths that I need to pursue because naglisod ko or I'm not happy with what with the situations that I am in. Now, applying your strengths. So, create a strength self-portrait. So, right now, imagine yourself, visualize yourself, unsa man ang akong i-portray. Unsa man ang personal brand na akong i-portray. Unsa man ko or kinsa man ko, am I that person nga ang ubang tao maka-identify na ako nga ako ang kanang like very kind person. Or ako ang tao nga very honest person. Okay? So create that strength self-portrait. So how? Okay? So I have there the picture, no? Nag-journal siya, no? So before journaling, siguro you have to research. Okay? So unsa may mga activity or mga katangian that if I'm going to have this kind of portrait, unsa may ako buhaton? Okay, so mag-research, okay, mag-journal writing, observe yourself, okay, so nga na. And then another is ask help from others. Ask for their feedbacks. Okay, so if moingon ka nila nga, I'm trying to have this kind of portrait of myself, so what can you suggest or what can you provide a comment from me or unsa man akong gibuhat, am I leading to that kind of strength? Okay, so you ask feedback from others, you ask help from others. Okay, pwede ka mo ask na unsaon man. Okay, di lang feedback but unsaon. Okay, there are a lot of models, no? Pwede na tong i-model like our parents, our teachers, or other significant person that we read, for example, mga philosophers, baron, mga successful people na pwede nimo himuong guide. Okay? You can also, in the picture, you can also enroll in some classes na will give you that skill and the strength. Okay? So, daghan na tag mga resources available in which it can help you achieve or have that strength portrait na imong gi-visualize sa inyong self. And then, do more of what you love. So, practice. Okay, so, dili ka mahanas, dili ka you cannot achieve what you are going to portray about yourself if you don't practice or you don't do, okay, what you love. Okay, open. Okay, so, make use of that time. make use of the resources available, make use of your talents para mas harness, okay, ang imong potentials, ang imong character strength. Kani magod nga mga character strength, no? So need man gyud siya og kanang time nga tagsa-tagsaon gyud siya. Okay? Isa-isahon. And this is not necessary nga makuha nimo ni tanan because only those, because sa test mo god i-rank na siya according sa kinsa gid ka, no? So but if you need nga makuha nimo ang other strength, you just have to practice, you just have to do it, you just have to katugad ng ganiha nga i-hardwire nimo ang imong self to become such a person. Okay? So not necessarily nga naani mo tanan, okay? So not necessarily nga i-possess, but well, okay good hinoon nga you have to possess all of these things, no? But dili ka i-pressure, no, to have all of this strength because kini man good, it will take time. Okay? So dili ni siya ma-happen overnight. So you need time, and of course it also considers your happiness. Kung happy ba ka sa imo, like forgiving, lisod kayo para nimo, no? Forgiveness, lisod na para nimo buhaton. So you are not forced to do it. Or for example, being kind, no, kay siguro sa imong background wala gid ka na anad-ana, no, or love bahinoon or appreciation of beauty kay sige ra ka na sa kwarto, no? So or gratitude because you haven't experienced, no, being given, or you haven't experienced na gitagaan or naka-experience of generosity from other people. So that's why murag naglisod sad ka ana. But if you find those things na mas makalipay nimo, if you do that, if you practice that kind of strength, then why not? So make it happen. So I think that would be all. And these are my resources. And I would like to say thank you for listening.
Right. Thank you so much, Ms. Cobico, for that talk. Truly, character strengths and virtues increase academic adjustment and success. Discussing strengths aloud brings it out of our heads, where we tend to live most of our days and we learn about ourselves. According to Ms. Cobico, you have to train your brains and create your personal self-portrait or personal brand and do more of what you love. Okay, moving on. Studies have stated that people with positive and optimistic outlook may be more likely to lead and live a healthy lifestyle since they hold a more optimistic view of the future. But the problem is we don't know how to start, and sometimes we don't have the driving motivation to become positive. To help us with this matter, let us welcome the head of the Office of the Student Welfare Services, Ms. Chona A. Brit. Ma'am?
Good morning. Thank you, Ms. Andrea, to Professor Loreto, our Dean of Students, to Dr. Villusino, to my colleagues at ODS, to the NSTP staff headed by Professor Belian. Students, napamudiha, please hang on. Okay, let me spread positivity in 15 minutes. Sige, sorry, extend lang yung tagamay, no? Maklaro na akong screen, no? Okay na?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so let me start my presentation with this age-old question. You can type in your answers to this question. Is your glass half full or half empty? So, the choice is yours. Sige. You can type half full or half empty in the chat box or sa FB Live kung pwede you can comment also. I think we still have viewers, no? Some viewers sa FB Live. Okay. So, don't you worry, this is not graded. Just want to check kung naminaw po mo. Naapa ba? Naapa ba? Okay. So, natay answers, no? Half full, half full. Very good. So most of your answers are half full. So what is positivity? Just keep your answers coming. Sige, sige. So positivity means thinking in an optimistic way, looking for solutions, expecting good results, success, and focusing in making life happier. So nindot kayo no kung naay positivity. So it is a happy, worry-free state of mind which looks at the bright side of life. So mo I'm wearing yellow or gold today para props to spread positivity. Positivity means a positive frame of mind. Okay? So, how can we harness positivity? To check if you have a positive frame of mind, I'm supposed to let you go through this since we have no more time. So I would like to invite you to take the positivity test at www.positivityratio.com. It only takes 2 minutes. So mo calculate na siya sa imong result. Okay? 20 items lang ni. So after this, kung na mo'y time or sometime next week. So please visit this site. But I'll just explain the interpretation, the scoring, so that it will be able to uh, help you understand how to harness positivity. So ang scoring is we calculate positive emotions. We add all our answers to up with the score 2 and up for the 10 questions related to positive emotions. In the same way, we add our scores of 2 or higher to the questions related to negative emotions. Then if we have both the sum of the positive emotions and negative emotions, we'll divide it over n. Divide positive emotions over n to get your positivity ratio. So why is this important? Nganong kuhaon man nato atong ratio, positivity ratio? According to Dr. Barbara Fredrickson, no, she's an American professor, she has a book on positivity. She claims that a PN ratio of 3:1 or higher is optimal given our inborn negativity biases. So, dili na sa ingon katong Ma'am Ann mentioned nga mo experience gyapon tag negative emotion. So, it's because natay atong pagka-human being, no? So, ngano important ni siya nga ratio? Individuals at 2:1 ratio are characterized as languishing kanang dili productive. Dili pud sila depressed but dili productive. Wala sila mental illness but as I've said, dili sila that productive compared to the flourishing. So, if you are a positive person or you have positivity in your life, you are flourishing. And if you have a ratio of 1:1, you are considered as suffering. So mostly mauna ni dire ang depression or na mga mental health concerns. Then, according to Dr. Fredrickson, individuals at or above a 3:1 ratio experience a broadening of their awareness and building up of resources for the future. So, mo ni atong gitawag nga psychological reserves, no? Kung naatay stored fats, dapat na putay psychological reserves so that when stress comes, napay challenges, mag-exam, daghang requirements, daghang deadlines, katong gipang-mention nila kaganiha, kung gipangbuhat to ninyo or pangbuhaton to ninyo na ana mo'y psychological reserves plus you cultivate positive emotions. Okay? So bisag na stress, naka-feel kag negative emotion, naka-feel kag anxiety, niya na kay 3 nga positive emotions, you will flourish. So, you will overcome all those challenges with flying colors. Then, as summarized by Dr. Alicia Boyce, when people achieve the 3:1 positive ratio, they tend to become more generous. So, kanang mga givers diha, no? Naagi ni sila 3:1 nga positivity ratio. Murag na ko'y nailhan ani diri sa yuso. And dedicated in their actions, their thoughts become more creative, insightful, expansive, and clearer. So daghan gyud sila positive pud nga traits. This in turn causes people to achieve greater success in their work, personal lives, and the upward spiral. So positive gani ka, magkataas pud, mo build up pod ang positivity sa imong life in terms of your feeling, thinking, and acting. So these are the references. So, what can positivity give you? Well, dili ni siya black magic ang positivity. You have to work for it. You have to do it. You have to do something. You have to harness it. So, this will help you become your own hero. Here's how, if and why. If you experience positive emotions, it was mentioned earlier, it broadens your mind, build resourcefulness in ways that will help you become more resilient to adversity and effortlessly achieve what they once could only imagine. Murag sayon na maski lisod nga mga tasks, musayon siya. Kaya naa naman tay mga daghang reserves. Okay, and with positivity, you learn to see new possibilities, bounce back from setbacks, connect with others, and become the best version of yourself. So, nindot kayo no, kinsa may dili ganahan na type positive frame of mind. So, balik ta sa giingon nga ratio. 3 positive emotions is to 1 negative emotion. So, we acknowledge that along the way we will experience negativity. But how can we decrease negativity? One is to dispute negative thinking. So, if negative thoughts starts to bother you, you ask yourself, does it make sense? Kung wala siya sense, you reframe it. Wala hinungdan na nga negative thought. Reframe it. Later, I will give you examples now. Then, second is break the grip of rumination. Kaning mga ansay anad aning rumination, mga ruminants, diba ka na magsigid siya, balik-balik, sigid balik-balik. So, in the same way, mo nang hitabo sa atong thoughts. So, what you can do is to stop thinking, overthinking, or distract with positivity. Kaya bitong mga bitter nga tao magsigbalik-balik og istorya bisag dugay na 20 years ago na balik-balik ko na maka-affect na sa mental health o di sila ka-get over. So, you distract with positivity. Then, third is be more mindful. So, remember, you are not your thoughts. Negative thought is just a thought. It will pass. It's not who you are. Then fourth is diffuse your negativity landmines. So kanang naatay mga triggers, i-identify nato kanus ato mo buto, kanus ani musabog nga mga stress, sapot, etc. So figure out what sets you off and avoid it. Example, kung dili mo ganahan og negativity, stop patronizing trolls. So, example lang no, ako di jud ko mo basaan ng VSU confession. Sorry na lang sa administrator kay negative ang dating sa ako. And avoid watching violent movies siguro or watching too much news. Then, mo na ni siya, related to that, assess your media diet. So, nagsige ba kag tan-aw ni Tulfo kay kuan pud ka pirmi, warrior mode pud ka pirmi. Ug magsige kag tan-aw ni Tulfo. Then, find substitute for gossip and sarcasm. So, ang mga besh ni Marites diha, no, dili ta magpalabi mga Marites, no. Try to talk positive about others. Then 7 is deal with negative people. So if ma-avoid not, we can avoid them, but if we cannot avoid them, we have no other choice at times. Mostly maka-interact magitaan, and sometimes we also tend to be negative, no? So you modify the situation, attend differently, or change meanings. So remember, what other people say to you or how they treat you is not about you, but it's about them. So here are some examples how to do it. Okay? Negative self-talk is our monologue sa atong self. No? We say sometimes negative things, so we counteract it with positive thinking. So example, instead of the thought, I've never done it before, you say it's an opportunity to learn something new. Instead of saying it's too complicated, you say, I'll tackle it in a different angle. Instead of saying I don't have the resources, atong hunahunaon, necessity is the mother of invention. Instead of saying I'm too lazy to get it done, ikapoy jud ko, you say I wasn't able to fit it into my schedule, but I can re-examine my priorities. Next, there's no way it will work. Instead, I can try to make it work. Paningkamutan. Next, it's too radical to change. Lisod kaayo. Instead, you say, let's take a chance. Seventh is, no one bothers to communicate with me kanang mga introvert. So, try to see if I open the channels of communication, makigstorya ba ni sila nako, muuna ka sila nako. Okay? Then lastly, I'm not getting any better at this. So kami nagsigimig practice og Zoom, usay makalimot ni saon pag-share screen pero try lang ni. So we are always giving it another try and we are still a work in progress. So that's are some examples of reframing our negative thoughts. Okay? So, how can you increase positivity? So I have 4 A's to share. The first A is acknowledge. So if you feel something good, di ba? Kung kiligon ka kay nakita ka ni crush, kung nalipay ka kay nitanaw ka sa showtime ni Vice Ganda, hapit na ba, ni Ray Nanay, no? You acknowledge nga nalipay ko, yes, nalingaw jud ko, no? Kay maka-affect na sa imong mood. Then you appreciate, be grateful. Niduto adto akong nakita nga salida, uy, kabuutan man adto ni ma'am, uy, gihatagan kog banana cake, no? Gihatagan kog tanom. Thank you, ma'am, ha. Yan. Katong dimension ni ma'am Ann, food kaganiha, you can do gratitude journal. Then the third A is amplify. So, unsaon kinahanglan tag amplifier. Balik-balikon or padakon pagid, magnify. Okay? So, you share positive memories, you create and store or build memories, happy memories. Nga no? Just the thought of remembering, bisag atong childhood memories, di ba? Usay magkinatawa ta sa atong mga kabuang, especially sa high school. Ang atong gilak-gilakan sa una karon ato na lang katawan, especially katong nabuwagan kasi mong uyab, ngayon anang experiences, mahimo na gani ng katawanan. So how much more if you store positive memories? And the fourth A, akong tagaan siya emphasis, are affirmations. So what are affirmations? Affirmations are positive phrases or statements used to challenge negative or unhelpful thoughts. So it's similar to katong reframing akong examples gyata ganiha, but ang kuan lang ani ang affirmations are the tools that you can use to have a positive frame of mind. So it's more of your wishes, in dreams, and sa imong gusto. Okay? So you may choose to use positive affirmations to motivate yourself. So pwede na siya makatabang nimo to have an optimistic mindset, and optimism in itself is a powerful thing. So as I've said, no, dili ni siya black magic, but it gives you power. So what are the benefits? Ako lang ni siya i-cite so that you will understand that this is science-based. Dili na siya magic lang, no? It's a product of research in positive psychology. So self-affirmations have been shown to decrease health deteriorating stress. Self-affirmations have been used effectively in interventions that led people to increase their physical behavior. Then they may help us to perceive otherwise threatening messages with less resistance, including intervention. So bisag natay negative emotion nga ma-experience, for example, nahadlok ka, kay wala ka naka-study. I'm anxious. You can say to yourself, I'm anxious, but I will be okay. I'm anxious, but I will be okay. So mawa na imong kulba, mawa na ang threat of that negative emotions. Then fourth, they can make us less likely to dismiss harmful health messages. So maka-affect gani sa diet, no? Ang kanang affirmations. Then fifth is they have been linked positively to academic achievement by mitigating GPA decline in students who feel left out at college. So, academically makatabang dain siya. Then, self-affirmation has been demonstrated to lower stress and rumination. So, kung ako gi-mention kagani nga magsigbalik-balik ang negative thoughts sa atong una-una. Makalesa ni siya if we counteract it with positivity. Okay. So, karon, check yourself. For the past week, stressful siguro kaayo, no? You had your midterm exams. Ang kami po, we had AACOP accreditation pero na rin kamot ni stay positive kay na INSTP. Okay, so let's check which affirmation do you need for the week ahead. So we'll be facing another week. So you can pick from those affirmation. But I will let you go through all this. So affirmations are needed to be repeated and we will say it to ourselves. So can you join me together? Sige. Okay. Let us say, pwede na to ang atong hands, atong ibutang sa atong chest, and we repeat the following phrases. I matter in this world. I matter in this world. I matter in this world. It's okay to move at my own pace. It's okay to move at my own pace. It's okay to move at my own pace. I will grow through this. I will grow through this. I will grow through this. I am just getting started. I am just getting started. I am just getting started. It will all work out. It will all work out. It will all work out. Lastly, I deserve good things. I deserve good things. I deserve good things. Okay, so here's my takeaway. Manguha ta og sunflower bitaw. Let's make our daily lives where we live, work, learn, and play healthier and happier. Remember, 3 positive emotions divided by 1 negative emotion leads to positivity. Because when we are able to deal with negative messages and replace them with positive statements, we can construct more adaptive, hopeful narratives about who we are and what we can accomplish. Thank you and happy weekend.
All right. Truly, we deserve good things in life. Thank you so much, Miss Brit, for sharing with us a topic about harnessing the power of positivity. Truly, the positive thinking simply means you approach the good and the bad in life with expectation that things will go well. Train yourself to be more positive, look after your body and mind, stop patronizing toxic artists or person on social media, matod pa ni Ma'am Chona, and huwag na maging marites. And students, I hope you take note of the important parts being discussed in the talk. And at this juncture, we shall be answering the question, queries, or any concern for our open forum. We encourage our students to drop your questions in the chat box if you're in a Zoom, and they may be sent in to everyone or privately to me. And to those who are watching via FB Live, please do not hesitate to send your questions or concerns in the comment section also. You can start with your question to Miss Chona. This question is for you, blah, 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 para ma-identify na to kinsa ang motubag sa questions or sa open forum na to karon. Okay, let me check. Nato kung naabay mag-question. So far, wala pa diri sa Facebook Live. You can drop your questions na, students. Wala na question? Wala na so far. How about the CWTS instructors or CWTS team coordinators? Okay, kani si Sir Joy Bilien. How do students contact the resource person? Ma'am?
Hello.
Yes, yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am. Good morning. So, we have our email addresses, no? Ang general na mga email ad nga kami tanan maka-read is the usso.bsu.edu.ph. Then we have individual official VSU email addresses. So I think our contact numbers are also posted at the University Student Services FB page. And during the last school year, kato naghatag-tag mga brochures, we sent out brochures na apo dito among mga contact numbers. So actually na ay ga-contact na mo because of the brochures, and there were also requests for counseling that was done after the orientation kay promote man nina mo ang among services. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Natay mga brochures, no? O ang contact, you can email the resource person later or earlier through the email address given. Okay, let's try to see if there's any questions. Okay, and si Angela Lipalam. Thank you so much for conducting this webinar. CWTS Viscan, thank you, speakers. Panalo naman siguro lang question. How about the others? I think they really did learn something for today's webinar, no? Kay they keep on messaging on the chat box and also in the comment section that they really learn a lot and they really appreciate the topics given for this character enhancement seminar. And I guess that's it for today's. I think wala na may lain question. Okay, truly, okay. Announcement. There is an evaluation for today's webinar. You can click this the link given in the comment section in the FB Live. So ako na i-paste nga rin. Everyone in the meeting. Here. So you can click the link, the Google form. You can now evaluate students, you can now evaluate the webinar by clicking the link in the Facebook Live, in the comment section na adira i-comment. Na-upload sa Zoom meeting, bago pa nako gi-send. Okay? Okay, truly you have been a great aid to us, most especially to young individuals like CWTS and the freshmen in the university to become aware about this matter. We are grateful of this chance to listen on your talk. No? To wrap up, help me welcome with our virtual round of applause our Vice President for Student Affairs and Services, Dr. Aleli A. Belicini, for the closing remarks. Ma'am?
Thank you very much, Ms. Borneo. To the Dean of Students and the Director of NSTP, Professor Manolo Loreto Jr., to our CWTS Coordinator, Professor Bilien, to the Head of the Office of Student Welfare and Services, Ms. Chona Brit, to the Head of the Office of Career and Job Placement Services, Ms. Mary Ann Cobico, the Head of the Office of Student Development Services, Ms. Christy Cyrene Taoy, the Head of the Scholarships Grants, Mr. Junito Panonce, to our Register Guidance Counselor, Ms. May Pascual, to our CWTS facilitators, the NSTP support staff, si your Kuya Marlon. And then, of course, to our very dear students, friends of the university, alumni who are listening right now, and to our stakeholders, a pleasant morning to everyone. I personally wish to extend my sincerest gratitude to our great speakers. truly very inspirational, inspiring, encouraging, and full of positivity. Actually, I am attending also to my graduate class, but well, the professional group can do things on their own, and I was quite interested with this character enhancement seminar for this morning because I believe it's not only for students, no, maybe us as mothers and as teachers and as leaders, we can also take the time to listen to our great speakers who are full of wisdom. And somehow it also has nourished me today with, the previous weeks wherein there was so much work to do. Workload really was quite very heavy. But this Saturday is a different one. No, kay, it gives us a time to reflect and then also to look back and some things that we were not able to accomplish and things that we need to do today and things that we must do in the next days to come. And I was guided by some of those words of wisdom coming from our speakers, like mind you, even until now, bisag mga teachers na tano or we play a role in the university, naagya po ng procrastinating, no? I also have that, no, but sometimes we need to gather more strength. We need to keep on moving. As what Ma'am Chona mentioned, na kinahanglan tag psychological reserve. Thank you for that, Ma'am. Psychological reserve. And most importantly, knowing what is our purpose in life. I was also reminded by the book of, is it Rick Warren or A Purpose-Driven Life, no? These things inspire us, or people inspire us to achieve more. So for young people who are listening right now or watching us, I am sure you were able to get a lot, no, of nourishment from your Ate Chona, Ate Christy, Kuya Juni, Ate Mary Ann, Ate May. Now, wala na ninyo nakita in terms of face-to-face, but sooner or later, no, when we all come back to the university for, let's hope and pray, no, for the limited face-to-face, you can go back to them and talk, no, and then just share what's going on in your lives. Kay murag lisod kaayo ang this online or teleconference thing. Other students really don't have a good connectivity or a good budget that they can really express themselves to our guidance counselors. But nevertheless, no, nindot kayo ang mga topics na it's, as I've said, it's not just for the students, it's also for us, no. We are also being reminded of our roles and responsibilities as mothers and as teachers, as advisors, as facilitators. Very soul nourishment kayo, and thank you very, very much, mga great speakers. Students can somehow also relate and connect to the topics, no? Because they themselves have experienced it, and now they were able to hear from guidance counselors on how they could cope up with their lives in the time of pandemic. Pag post-pandemic na po, what would life be after? So the counselors will come in, no? Kung saon na po nila pag debrief atong mga estudyante when we all go back to in-person learning environment. Somehow, it also allows them to do some reality checking of one's values, purpose in life, belief, and character. No? Kanig yung character is a very heavy word, no? Which is very critical when facing challenges in life. No? But we all know that it's not only students who are facing challenges in the pandemic, but everyone wala gi exempted ani. Last week, we've come to know, no, from from people around, even in the internet, the beginning social media platform, no, the 2021 Philippine University ranking ranked the Visayas State University as number 14, no? Number 14 among 232 higher education institutions in the country at the time of pandemic, no? 2021 in rankings. While it joins the ranks of prestigious Philippine universities, yet we also would like to see Viscans, no? Mga taga VSU, carry with them the core values of the university: relevance, integrity, truth, and excellence. Somehow this marks the true strength of the character of a student of the Visayas State University. What about a distinct character or a brand of a product of Visayas State University? Now, truly reflect good, no? But when when a student finishes his or her course from Visayas State University, mutatak good na, ang graduate sa Visca, nakatatak good of excellence and very truthful, and there's integrity, and see the relevance of what he is doing in the workplace, at home, in the community. So we are committed to strengthening the character inside and out of our young people. And we are truly grateful for the people behind this webinar. I think they have gone through a series of webinars from the second quarter of this year, then moving on to the student boarding, and then the career and job placement webinars. And now we are into a very major component, no, which we call character enhancement. So I hope, no, that we will be we'll see more of our guidance counselors. We'll see more of our people behind the success of our students, no? And then I also would like to thank our students who are joining us today on a gloomy Saturday morning, no? There was a strong rain, no? early morning, I think 3 or 4, and then we need to wake up because there are things to do. We need to attend this enhancement character seminar. Kay dili lang nato kita ang mga estudyante na compulsory kay sa CWTS or NSTP or in whatever subject, but see this as something very beneficial to you. Na it's not just good for now, but this is, this will help you live your lives to be better, and then to prepare yourselves to the real world of work, as what Professor Loreto mentioned earlier, no? na ay duwagid ka skills na dapat natong i-develop, the hard and the soft skills, and the university provide you with so much learning opportunities for you to develop yourselves, no? So maximize this one. Dili pa man siguro ta magkakita face to face, but there are a lot of learning opportunities even we are going online, no? Online ang learning environment nato. So ato ni siyang gamiton good food sa saktong pamaagi. So thank you, students, for joining us today. And if you have further questions or comments, no, please find time to contact your facilitators, your CWTS coordinator, your guidance counselors, your academic advisors, and all people in the university. You feel that you can open up to. Don't hesitate of calling them or communicating with them in all platforms. Sa YouTube pa na, di ba? Kanang sa mga vlogs, no? Or vlogs, ngayon, like and subscribe and click the notification bell. All this, no? Ato yun ang kanon pa ato na siyang gamiton, no? So that we can all be connected and in a way makatabang pud ni sa inyo ha. So let us know what you think. Maybe you also have topics that you would like this team to present in the near future, or what activities would you like us to organize, so that you can also be a part of us, no? Not just kami ang hatag og topics, but we also would like to hear from you, no? So please feel free to share or suggest topics or activities that you wish for us to present or to have, no? Specially designed for you. So I think that would be all. I know everybody is hungry. So congratulations to the Office of the Dean of Students in collaboration with the offices under ODS. So we have the NSTP, the CWTS, the Student Welfare and Services, the Student Development Services, the Scholarship, and all other offices involved in this wonderful character enhancement seminar. Stay safe, everyone. And one last thing, na ako'y announcement. The second dose of the vaccine is scheduled, the second rollout rather of the vaccine, or the rest vacuna that we conducted last month. It's scheduled on November 23. So we will be posting some announcements, no? Katong wala pa na bakunahan, inaot no na maningkamot mo na makapabakuna mo in your respective LGUs, and then communicate with us kung wala pa mo, so that we could also assist you, because we're looking forward to a face-to-face learning environment as announced by the chairperson of CHED. But we're still waiting for clear guidelines, no? Pero part of the preparation is for faculty, staff, and students to be fully vaccinated. So stay tuned for that, no? And then keep us always posted in our FB page of the university, of course, the usual FB page, and other forms of, let's say, platforms wherein we could talk and communicate with each other. So stay safe, everyone. To God be thy glory, and thank you very much.
All right. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much. Let us continue to remind ourselves that knowledge will give you power, but character respect. May the teaching of our dear guest speakers remind you that we need to take into account our mental health and our characters. Together, let's say, I deserve good things, I deserve good things, and I deserve good things. This has been your host, Miss Andrea Marie Fernandez Borneo from Team Resilience. Thank you for being here, and stay safe. May God bless us all. Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
In my heart flows a melody for our dear university, with fruitful fields and verdant lawns, with gorgeous sunsets and beautiful dawns, a school with a noble mission, from whose portals establishing countless leaders of the nation. Messiah State University, to you will all be true. Our loyalty to you pledged, as the many years come and go. Our dearest BSU, to you will always be. Your faithful sons and daughters, Messiah State University. In my heart throbs a melody for our dear university, with fruitful fields and verdant lawns, with gorgeous sunsets and beautiful dawns, a school with a noble mission, from a sport to establish countless leaders of the nation.